still Hustle Daily. What's up, Hustle Nation? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Ray Big Play. We have a mug shot here. I listened to a little bit of it. She did some time in prison. We about to check out her story. Make sure y'all like the video. Let's get right into it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, by the way. Thank you so much.
I did 30 months in the Florida State Prison. 30 months at Lowell Correctional for tax fraud and perjury. Yeah, I know, perjury. Perjury, y'all. Like lying under oath, that kind of perjury, yeah. I was sent to prison for 30 months, 2.5 years. Perjury being one of the charges where I was the victim of the crime. And I didn't testify on the person that harmed me and was charged with 11 counts of perjury. Like, you know, welcome to Florida, welcome to Polk County. But in that season, I thought life was over for me. I thought when I stood in front of the judge and signed for prison, looking back at my dad in the audience and just feeling like a failure, like a loser, like I had let everyone down, even God, and I felt like God was tired of me and sick of me and just like done with me, not knowing that it was all in his wonderful plan. Like, he was working it out for my good the whole time. Like, I felt like I was so alone in a foreign place, not knowing that that's just where God needed me at. Because, when you're out in the world and you're doing wrong and you got everybody in your face and you got money and the cars and the men, the clubs, the drugs, the alcohol, whatever it may be, God's so far behind on your priority list. And all he wanted was me and my attention and me to keep my eyes on him. So he took me to a place and it was just me and him. That's all I had. Like, mama can't help you out of this. Daddy can't help you out. Your money can't help you out of this. Your popular name, your fancy car, you can't get out of here. It's just me and you. And my grandma would send me scriptures, y'all, and I would literally have to recite the scripture over and over. Like, that's the only thing that got me through. Like, y'all, I would literally be at the work camp, because y'all, if you know Lex don't like to work, especially not for free, y'all. Like, and I would go in the bathroom at the work camp, y'all, and cry. Like, cry. And I remember one scripture, Psalm 40:1, and it was like, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. He brought me up out of the horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock and established my steps. And y'all, I would have to recite, like, I would literally stand on the wall and recite it like a chant. Like, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to me, and he heard my cry. He brought me up out of the horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and said, I would go on. And y'all, that was the only thing that got me through my sins. That Bible, my grandma and them prayers. Yeah.
Yo, I think we can all learn something right here from what she just said. That's actually interesting that she said that, because I actually have that on my wall. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry and brought me out of my horrible pit, out of the murky clay, and set my feet upon a rock and established my going. That's interesting. But definitely what I just learned from this is definitely, God is a jealous God. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely, give time out to God every day. We got time to do everything else every day, so I like that. But let's get into it.
On my last reel, I told you guys that I did 30 months in a Florida State prison, and one of those reasons being for a perjury charge. I was charged with perjury. If you don't know what perjury is, that's pretty much lying under the oath. And in my case, lying under the oath in an official proceeding. An official proceeding being like a trial. So, most people want to know, how did that happen? Being that I was the victim of the crime. Okay. I was married in 2007 to my then first husband. My husband was a sex offender. I knew this at the time that I married him. Not gonna act like I didn't know. He had committed a sexual assault on a girl. Supposedly, he said he didn't do it. The girl was just mad because she wanted, I don't know. But women not thinking about it, like, hey, he's not gonna do that to me, whatever. They lied on him, the police were just at me, whatever. My husband was 6'9", 350 pounds, big giant. But didn't treat, didn't show me those signs off the rip. Like, even during our relationship,
Damn, he was 6'9"? Damn.
We probably got into a little scuffle once or twice before the big incident happened. And my husband also had like a cocaine habit. I'm pretty sure that contributed to the violence or the issues that he had. Came from a very traumatic, very unhealthy background. So his view on women and relationships and sex in general was skewed. Very skewed. So me thinking he's my assignment, thinking I can help you, thinking I can love you back to normality, thinking my love is enough to make you better, Anywho, on the night of question, me and my ex-husband were already divorced, but we were still messing around every now and then, still, doing the do whenever. I was talking to other guys, but I still was messing around with him. So, hold on. So the night in question, my husband had stopped by, and I'm saying husband because I'm just trying to live in the moment of the story. He stopped by my apartment. I had a really, little small apartment, whatever. He'd come by whenever he felt like it, just debo my whole life, whatever. He stopped by my apartment, and I don't know, I was just kind of like brushing him off, like, whatever. I don't feel like, dealing with you right now, whatever. So he's like, okay, I'm going to come back here after the club. I'm like, whatever, just to get him out my face. So he's calling me, I ain't answer. He pull up to my house after the club. And looking back, he was kind of like not himself. Like, I seen this like look in his eyes, like, I don't know. It's weird looking back, but hindsight is 2020. So he's trying to, mess with me, trying to, get me to get in the mood, I guess. And I'm just like, no, I don't, I'm just not doing it. Like, I don't know what, like, I was just not going for it that night. I just was like, no, go home, go away, call whoever you've been calling, whatever. But he wasn't taking no for an answer, but okay, I'm still not thinking much of it. He starts to get a little aggressive, so I'm like, hey, you need to leave. You know what I'm saying? You tripping, you need to leave or whatever. Man, I seen a look, like that dead look in his eyes, and I should have known then. So he started to get a little bit too rough, and I remember running out my apartment, like going to my neighbor across the street, like an apartment that was in front of mine, and I'm running. I guess I was kind of, I might be telling the story. I might be skipping parts. No, I'm lying. Hold on. I'm confused. Okay, wait. Hold on. We're tussling. I'm telling him I don't want to, I'm standing up to go, like, tell him to leave, to open the door, like, go. And he does this thing, like, he grabs my feet and, like, knocked me off my feet. And my head hit the ground. And y'all, this been like 15 years ago. I'm trying to remember how it went. I don't know if that's when he's trying to get my pants down and I'm holding him up, but I'm kind of dazed. And, this is a big guy. He's holding me down, trying to put my, I was like tight little sleeping pants. So he's trying to pull my pants down. I'm holding him up. I'm like telling him, no, get off me, whatever. And I remember I guess he's thinking at the moment, like, yo, I'm about to take you, like, we gotta leave this apartment. I need to get you to my house. I don't remember if that's when I got up dazed and tried to run to my neighbor's house across the street to her apartment, but I was kind of out of it. Like, I don't know if it was from me hitting my head or just shook up. So I remember him grabbing me while I'm trying to run to the apartment person's house, and grabbing me, picking me up. Again, y'all, this man 6'9", 350, like, he's, picked me up like a rag doll, and threw me in his truck and leave. But I'm kind of thinking at the same time, even though I was going to, like, run to my neighbor's house, I kind of believe that I didn't really want to get him in no trouble or, freak out and get all the neighbors and police involved. So I ain't gonna say I went along with it, but I didn't really want to make a scene. He gets me in the truck, takes me to his house, and that's when everything, like, went down. Once we got to his house, this sexual assault went on for, I think it was like 7 hours, from like when he left the club, at 3 o'clock to like 10 o'clock the next morning. And it was bad. I didn't think it'd be that. I didn't realize it would be that hard to talk about, because you can hear things about a person, or hear rumors or whatever, but when you dealing with somebody that you love, you marry, that always treated you pretty good, it's, I don't know, it's a different kind of betrayal and hurt. And again, like I said, the assault went on for like 7 hours. It was bad. I just didn't think he'd do that to me. And I tried to fight back. Now, mind you, I'm 5'4", like 115 at the time. I don't know, I was small. Like fighting a giant, he did things. I had never had anal sex at that time, and he violated that at the time. I remember, like, and I guess,
Damn, I damn near can't listen to this shit, y'all. It's only a little bit longer to go, but fuck, I don't like hearing shit like this, especially your ex-husband, bro. Like, I don't watch movies with sexual assault, nothing. Like, if it's a movie with sexual assault, I do not watch it. I just personally I just never like watching that type of shit. So, like, fuck, I gotta listen to a little bit more of this shit. God damn it.
and I guess, I don't want to go into that much detail, but I guess, when the police went and got the evidence or whatever, I had them peed in the bed. Like, I don't know, I don't even remember that, but they was, showing me that in the evidence or whatever. He had a belt, and I think he was like hitting me with the buckle of the belt, something. I remember him like doing the belt like this, and it got caught in the ceiling fan and like yanked half of the ceiling fan down. And I don't know, it's just like, it's real choppy, but my head was split open. I had to get staples in my head. I remember, because I'm tough. I'm not, I ain't soft. I'm tough. So I remember being behind him. I guess it was almost over or whatever. And I picked up a lamp and I bust him in the back of the head with a lamp. Like, I'm feeling tough. I'm like, I'm taking, pop. I'm thinking it's going to take him down like on the movies. Man, that man looked back at me and was like, like I had pinched him or something. Like, I'm like, oh, shucks, I'm in trouble. Like, oh, God. And I remember telling him, I was like, you're going to be in big trouble for this. Like, you're going to be in big trouble. You hurt me. And he's like, oh, I'm going to be in trouble. I might well kill you. Uh-oh. Me and my big mouth again. Like, uh-oh. God darn it, Lex. What? Just shut up. But, you got to laugh to keep from crying. But it was bad. And, the crazy part is I didn't even tell on him. I asked him to drop me off at the hospital, but he wouldn't do that or whatever. So I had someone take me to the hospital, and it's crazy because the hospital didn't even take me serious. I got my head bust open, all this. Not until I said the part about the sexual assault. That's when they took it serious. So the fact that this man beat me, half to death don't matter, but the sexual assault. And once I said his name, and being that he was a sex offender, I mean, it's like the police came out of nowhere, like, whoa. And that's part of that, y'all.
Okay, yeah, man, this was definitely unfortunate, and it sounds as though, oh, sorry, it sounds as though she didn't even testify against the man. Now, that's not what the only thing she went to jail for, like she said in the beginning of the video, but it sounds like she didn't even testify against him, which is, damn, that's crazy, you know. Hopefully they put his stupid ass up under the jail. And this was somebody that she had married at one point, you know, and I guess you would never expect for nobody to do this to you, even though he had a prior case of doing this. But you know, obviously she didn't see none of those signs or anything. My boy was on coke though, you know. That's no excuse. I'm just saying, like, he had some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I wonder why they got divorced. She said they got a divorce, but they still was messing around. So, I don't think it was nothing to do with this, or was it? I don't know what that was about. But this unfortunate, man, that this happened to her, man. I wish her nothing but the best, man. And yeah, man. That's crazy. Somebody you knew. That's crazy. Somebody she was literally married to, you know? So, like I said, hopefully they put his ass up under the jail. They should give him a name, a bid with his name on it, and he should just stay. This is your second time. You feel me? Just take your ass on to jail. Hey, whatever happened to Mystical? Mystical went to jail for that shit, and then got out and went to jail again for the shit. Like, what the fuck ever happened to Mystical? Y'all know the rapper, but yes, this is unfortunate, man. Hopefully, dude, that's just, man, you gotta stay his ass in jail, man. It's your second time, bro. You brutally beat this girl and motherfucking did that to her, your ex-wife. Something wrong with you. You need to stay your ass in jail. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's how I feel about that shit. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. Damn, I wonder why she didn't testify against him, though. That's crazy. Appreciate y'all. I'm guessing that's what happened. Like, she didn't testify against him. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the video in the comments below. It's your boy Ray Big Play. Peace.